Hey guys, Lego Loving Lady here. I wanted to follow back up with this guy, little Gizmo. You can see he has his little sunglasses. He's super cute. His little toes, he looks like a little Sasquatch. I love the way the fur and things look, the build techniques that built those. You can see his little water spot back here. I was really hoping for some animation in the Brick Builder app when I put when I got to this part, but there wasn't once it was on there. That's kind of the last thing you'll do. Just a spoiler alert. There's another spoiler alert. There's an Easter egg hiding in here. Um, it's really cool the way they represented his little heart, his little toes, and his fingers. Those are kind of neat looking. Well, the hands are a little weird looking, but I think the toes, he looks like a little Sasquatch. There is two options. You can build him standing or sitting. Obviously, I went for the sitting. And the builder app, you kind of choose which way you want to build him right off, so you don't get the extra pages or the extra heads up like you would with the book. So you do have quite a few extra pieces. I just want you to be ready for that because I thought I had messed up something when I got to bag 4 and I used maybe a third of the pieces and then all these others were left over, and I'm like, no boy. So I went and looked, and it did reference in the book that, okay, yeah, you jump ahead, and then bag 5 was kind of the same story. So you end up with quite a few extra pieces that you don't normally have that may give you an oh shoot, what did I do moment, but it's all good. He turns out really, really well. He's an easy build. I know that it says he is 18 plus. I think definitely more 18 plus people will appreciate this as a Gizmo, the Goonies, all the great 80s movies, right? Gremlins. I hope we get a spike. I'm going to say that. I hope we do get a spike to go along with the Gizmo at some point. But I think a younger builder could thoroughly enjoy this, especially if they had an appreciation for Gizmo or if they just like the figures like the Simba and Stitch and Angel. If they enjoy those types of little builds, then they would probably enjoy this one as well, especially if they build a lot. You know, kids are so sharp and so fast these days to learn things. Um, the app said I took 3 hours and 21 minutes. I don't agree with that, but I think I forgot to shut it off at one point. I think it did take, let's see, it's 1,125 pieces. It probably took me about 2.5 hours to do that. I have about a 400, 425 piece per hour build rate when I get into it. So, okay, yep. So now, trying to figure out what's next. I have what's going to be up next on deck. And that unboxing video will come very shortly after this one today. I'm not sure if it will be Thing's apartment or the Winter Chalet. And you can see over behind that, you see I keep a big plastic trash bag for my build bags. As I build them, they go straight in there. And I love these big shopping bags for that because then I can just empty them out and it hooks right on the dresser in here in the Lego room. And I can just keep using it. I can usually get 3 or 4 builds in there before I have to empty it. And then there's the Lunar New Year Ice Festival set that my dad got me for Christmas last year. So, excuse me, I got the hiccups right in the middle of the video. And this is like the third take on it because for some reason I can't seem to get it going right tonight. So yeah, I am actually leaning, I think, towards Thing's apartment. And then the other two will definitely, probably the order will be Thing's apartment, Winter Chalet, and then Lunar New Year. And those will be the January builds because after being out, I had, some of you know if you've been watching, I had surgery before Thanksgiving, about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So I went back to work the week before Christmas, or the week of Christmas, which I think was like, no, it's the week before, for like 3 days, and then I was out. I actually had Christmas vacation for the week of Christmas, then back 3 days this week, which I get to work from home. So I won't be full on until January 5th. So things will get a little more hectic after the 5th of January. So those two builds, one of them is 2,700 pieces, the other one's 1,500 pieces. I may get another build squoze in there, but I think what will happen is after I get these two done, I'm going to be unable to wait to start on Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. It's in there, it's calling my name, it wants to hit the table now, but I'm like, no, wait, because by that point, I will have the winter village packed up and I'll actually have space to set it out and display it like it should be. And I am thinking about have y'all seen the stand for that? That is like the Kraken, where the Kraken's coming up and wrapping around it. And then there is another one I'd like to have, but it's really expensive, that it hangs on the wall and it's got a beautiful scene behind it. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. But I think I decided, yes, Things apartment is probably going to hit the build table tonight, and then we'll talk about that one in a few minutes. You guys have a great night.